Hey Comlink fans, David Collins here. That's right, it's time for your weekly Star Wars news. So last Sunday was the broadcast of the 87th Annual Academy Awards, and boy, Star Wars was everywhere. First of all, Neil Patrick Harris, the host, had a great opening number that had him in the hallway of the Tantive 4, sitting there singing while Darth Vader and the stormtroopers were marching in. Speaking of marching and dancing stormtroopers, there were these ruby costumed, not 501st, stormtroopers in the dancing number. And of course, then Julie Andrews gets up and she mentions John Williams and his wonderful score for Star Wars after, of course, that great Sound of Music segment. And last but not least, Bob Iger's wife, Willow Bay, was in a Yoda dress made by Road Art, that was the designer, on the red carpet. I mean, it was like a Star Wars Oscar party the entire night. And of course, the Academy Awards were brought to you by ABC, which is owned by Disney, who owns Star Wars. Anyway, news, not rumors, but actual news on Star Wars The Force Awakens has been quiet lately. I think I can speak for everyone when I say we're more than ready for another teaser, but we'll likely have to wait until Star Wars Celebration. God, I hope it's Star Wars Celebration, please. J.J. Abrams isn't giving anything away, and when discussing the timing of a new trailer with the Irish Examiner at a recent event, he said they're always having conversations about what to show and when. They have nearly a year until the movie's out, so they have to be smart about what they say and reveal. Abrams also mentioned they have an abundance of riches when it comes to footage they could put out. Ooh, an abundance of riches. Excellent. The first season of Star Wars Rebels is almost over. No! Lucasfilm has released a trailer for Fire Across the Galaxy. Spicy. And besides showing what looks like an intense battle between Kanan and Ezra and the Inquisitor, a certain Sith is returning to the series. That's right, Darth Vader is back. For a couple more mildly spoilery hints about what we'll see in the Season 1 finale, check out the latest issue of Star Wars Insider. Hey, could more stories from Star Wars The Clone Wars be on the way? We've seen unproduced scripts for the series come to life in comics and animatics, and Clone Wars writer Brent Friedman hints that another arc could be released. He penned an arc about the clone trooper Echo, whom Dave Filoni confirmed a while ago isn't dead. Yes, and it's called The Bad Batch. Say that very carefully. It was slated for the 7th season of the series, and last week Friedman responded to a fan question on Twitter and said, "Have a feeling there will be some Bad Batch, careful, info coming soon. Can't say what or how I know, though, so please don't ask, just be patient." Well, for more Clone Wars, we will be more patient than Yoda. Maybe not 100 years patient, but close. Hey, if you haven't put together a budget for Celebration Anaheim yet, now is a fine time to start. You need to make sure you have enough credits to get autographs from all the new guests they've been announcing recently. You ready for this? Here are the latest additions. Mark Hamill, Jeremy Bulloch, Peter Mayhew, Ray Park, Amy Allen, Daniel Logan, Willy Wonka, Matthew Wood, and more. One of those wasn't true. You can figure it out. In other Celebration news, Lucasfilm has announced the screening schedule for the existing Star Wars films. That's right, you'll be able to view the original trilogy in 2D and the entire prequel trilogy in 3D. That's awesome. This marks the premiere of Revenge of the Sith in 3D, by the way. You'll even get fancy Celebration Anaheim 3D glasses if you see any of the prequels. Get all the details at the Celebration link in the notes. Marvel's upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy animated series will feature a couple of voices Star Wars fans will recognize. Vanessa Marshall, who we just recently had on the show, is set to play Gamora, the most dangerous woman in the galaxy, besides Hera. Green must be Vanessa's favorite color, I think. James Arnold Taylor will be playing Yondu and the telepathic dog Cosmo. Guardians of the Galaxy will premiere on Disney XD sometime later this year. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but Rancho Obi-Wan is the home to a ton of Star Wars collectibles. If you don't know, stay tuned for more on the Comlink, because we've had them on before. The museum holds a giant pile of gold, and Steve Sansweet is like a much nicer version of Smaug. Sorry, Steve. Maybe that's not the best comparison. Anyway, some of the items in the collection will be highlighted in a brand new book series called The Treasures of Rancho Obi-Wan. The first book in that series focuses on fan-made items and will complement the 900-square-foot exhibit Rancho Obi-Wan will have at Celebration Anaheim. You'll be able to pre-order Volume 1, called Inspired by the Force, Star Wars Fan Artifacts and Art, at Rancho Obi-Wan's website next month. Now, on another note, we just found out that Mary Franklin has decided to leave Lucasfilm. For those of you who know Mary, you know that she's responsible for all of the wonderful Star Wars fan events like Star Wars Celebration and so many more, plus her tremendous support of the 501st Legion, of all kinds of Star Wars organizations, even this show. For her years of service at Lucasfilm and for being such a mega Star Wars fan and such a great part of the fan community, we here at the Comlink want to say thank you for all of your time at Lucasfilm, and congratulations on your next adventure. We can't wait to see you this April at Star Wars Celebration to congratulate you in person. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube and iTunes channels and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Lastly, only 293 days left until The Force Awakens hits theaters, and that is your weekly Star Wars news.